Yeah.
Recording. Super. Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. I know we have folks joining across the globe today. Super stoked to have Aviral. Aviral and I had a chat in the evening, and I'm super impressed with what he has built and what he has done. So, of course, as the title of the session says, how to make your first $1,000, right? As in $1,000 in the Web3 world. We all know Web3, is has humongous opportunities, is a wealth creation opportunity for our generation, and we will talk and demystify some myths, and also talk about Avilal's journey about how he made his first $1,000. Very interesting insights that Aviral has. So let's get started. I'll do a very quick intro. My name is Kiran, and I am the co-founder of Web3 Learn. Web3 Learn is a blockchain skilling platform. We train folks on Solidity. We are primarily mostly Ethereum, kind of chain. We are super focused on Ethereum, to be frank. So we train folks on Solidity, and we are looking to roll out a couple of courses on the upcoming L2 solutions, like the zkissing, Starknet, etc. Apart from that, we do have some workshops around non-tech courses as well, tokenomics, community management, and other areas. So please do check us out. Web3learn.io is our website. Feel free to join the community as well. On that note, I will let Aviral give an intro about himself, and we will deep dive into, as I said, a very fascinating discussion, for the evening. Aviral, over to you. Just give a brief intro about you, where you're from, and how did you make your first transition to Web3 world?
Okay. So, hello everyone. I'm actually a second year undergrad student, and I got into Web3 last year, when all those Dogecoin things were going on, and Elon Musk was tweeting and hyping up the space. So after then for a year, I was actually into investing and all those trading stuff and all, not into Web3 development. Then eventually in the markets go up and down, so it's it's very much volatile and all. Then in March 2022, I got to know about there are hackathons, and we can actually participate in them, and also apart from investing and trading, we can build something in this space. So in March 2022, I actually started building stuff, and got into hackathons, online ones, and then some offline Web3 meets and hackathons. So yeah, that's how I got into it.
Super. So I think most of the folks that we spoke with, had some sort of connection with the crypto world initially, which led them to the sort of the Web3 world, right? So most of them has told us that okay, they have read Bitcoin white paper or Ethereum white paper, and they got super fascinated about that. They started trading, and then they started exploring. Okay, hey, what are the opportunities in the the development role of the Web3 space there, whether it is DeFi's or NFTs or DAOs, etc. and all. So super great. Sort of I see a similar transition that you had into the Web3 world. So it's very interesting that you mentioned you were super fascinated about hackathons, right? So help us a little bit about your background per se, right? Did you have any coding background originally? How much of coding experience did you have? So when you decide to attempt your first hackathon, right? What went through your mind? So were you super scared? Super confused about, hey, can I crack this? Where should I start? How did you untangle that web, and then what was your starting point?
Yeah. So actually, I come from I know somewhat about because my degree is in data science and programming. So I actually in December 2021 I started Python and learning you can say machine learning codes and all for building small projects in that. But then eventually, like into hackathons and all, you are actually required to do like web development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then React, and then for backend stuff, you need to know Solidity if you are into Ethereum development. So back in March 2022, when I started with my first hackathon, I actually didn't know anything like regarding coding or regarding like web development, which was actually required uh, in the hackathon, you can say. And any skill regarding that, I like somewhat I saw this video on YouTube by Ishan Sharma. Uh, he in that the guest who came, Harpal Jadeja, he actually shared about ETH Global, and then like DevFolio and DevPost. Like these are the platforms for hackathons. So from there, I got to know about ETH Global, like, and I saw like BuildQuest was actually starting in March, 1st of March or somewhat. So I just filled the form, and you actually need to stake some Ethereum in order to be the part of that hackathon, that you are an eligible participant. Then made a team, like you actually get connected to several people in the Discord server, and then you can talk to each other regarding your skills, and then make your teams for the hackathon. So like front end development is somewhat easy, like it doesn't take much time. So I told everyone that I am a front end developer, and I can make a website, and you all can do the backend stuff. So we made a team, and like 5 people from 5 different parts of the world. And in the first hackathon, it was a 1 week long hackathon. So we finally ended up making a project, and like also won like approx $500 in that project for the team. So like yeah, that was my experience. And like I even didn't know how to code in HTML at that time. So I jumped into the hackathon, and then because I said that I'll do the front end stuff, so I like searched for some YouTube videos like how to do that, and like regarding like you can say project specific approach, and then learned that things like React and all, and then did that. So yeah, that's how I started.
Super, super. Guys, that's why I said, like, when I spoke to Aviral in the evening, I got like super excited. So I think one of the most burning question, among the minds of most of the developers or most of the folks who are looking to get into the Web3 world, right? Unfortunately, there is so much of content out there in the market, which gives you a list of, programming languages that you need to learn, that you need to kind of develop a skill set. They say, okay, you need to have 6 months, 1 year, 2 years of experience. And in fact, we did a exclusive session with one of the Web3 developer, similar to you. Now he is working in a very interesting DeFi project, one of the very promising DeFi project that is coming out of, I mean, they are already live on mainnet. So it's the same approach, that the this other Web3 developer Pratik also followed, right? Just jump in, just jump in, and like, even if you don't know how to swim, like, you'll figure it out, and I can pick up 2 to 3 very interesting points, from your journey, right? One is, even if you don't know anything, just jump in. That's number one. Number two is rely on the community, right? So Web3 is all about community. People will come and help you and help you in navigating, and then working in teams. Finding that like-minded people. Yeah, you might not be knowing whatever HTML, CSS, etc., and all that, but like for to build a project in a hackathon, there needs to be a front end guy, there needs to be a smart contract guy if you're building on blockchain, and then there has to be a back end guy. So all these guys have to come together, to build this particular project. So that is like super interesting. So I know, as the title suggests, so this is your first $500 that you made through the hackathon, right?
So actually, we were a team of 5. So we divided that 500 into 5.
Of course.
First $100 there.
$100. Got it. Okay, cool. So then how did that journey move from like 100 to 1,000? So what all did you do?
So like the super important thing which everyone needs to know is that, yeah, you need to jump in. And like, of course, if you are like following a path of 6 months or 1 year, like it's like really tough to be consistent and like keep on learning something and not getting any like appreciation or something like that, because people are just coding and coding, like for example DSA and all you do. So my friends were doing those things, and there are rarely some people who finally end up doing good things. So here when I because I got something, I made friends from different parts of the world. So it was really fascinating that, yeah, this community is good. And like, even if you don't know anything, they'll help you out. Like if you said that you will do the front end, but you are stuck somewhere, so they'll even help you. Like, so then eventually the build quest ended in first or second week of May. Oh, sorry, March 2022. Then there was another hackathon by ETH Global. It was LF Grow. So there we made a music NFT project, and there, so there we won actually $1,250 in that. So we were a team of 4. So like $250 from there. Then there was DAO hacks. In that, like I had to travel or something, so I wasn't able to. You can say, voice is less.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, it's clear. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So like DAO hacks, that hackathon was in April 2022. So then I wasn't able to submit a project because, yeah, I was traveling and all. So then because of the community, because in that Discord server which you join to participate in the hackathon, so there are people from different you can say different backgrounds and like different skill sets, like people having 5 years experience, 10-year experience. So like from there I got to know about events which are going on like all over the world and as well as in India as well. So I got an opportunity to participate in ETH Amsterdam. It was a in real hackathon. So like anyone can go, but like there is a Padawan DAO. Like it actually helps young crypto enthusiasts to travel abroad to participate in these hackathons. So I remember that we need to actually submit a application for that. Like you can say they have a application form. We need to fill that, and accordingly they select 10 to 12, 20 people. So fortunately, I got selected in that as well. So but I wasn't able to go because of that visa issues and all. So the important thing is that they actually required you to have some experience in this space, or like you must have done something uh, to showcase like what all have you built in this space or like in Web2 space, anything. So, like what these hackathons helped me, like I only knew the front end stuff, but because I participated and like because our team finally ended up making a full stack project. So because of the teamwork, I could share that yeah, I was part of this. And in those applications as well, you can share those things. So that's something, because these applications, if you enter this world, you need to like there are many scholarships, hackathons, and then opportunities come and go. But like you need to have a, you can say, a resume sort of thing, that it like these hackathons also help us build that as well. So like yeah, most probably everything came from the hackathons, like $100 there, 250 there, and then recently I made a project for Chainlink. There I got $1,000. Like that was the only hackathon I participate solo, and yeah, so that was the biggest achievement in this space.
No, super,
Right.
super. I don't know if I can draw the parallels, right? When you were speaking, I was actually thinking of, I don't know, guys, how many of you watched the Queen's Gambit, the Netflix series there, right? It kind of resembled exactly the same thing. This kid who used to actually start very small as a chess player, he goes to all the tournaments, making like $10, 25, 50, and eventually wins the world tournament there, right? In Russia. Resembles. I think it's a good starting point, right? You have a long way to go, and congrats on the recent Chainlink thing as well. It's a solo thing. It's a great achievement. Super. So I think what we are learning is, you don't need to have superior blockchain skills. Whatever skills that you have, just jump in, start applying for hackathons, be part of a team, and then start building stuff. Once you start building stuff, people will recognize you. You'll be able to build your GitHub profile. You'll be able to build your resume, and then once you have these bigger names on your CV, that's when things will turn around. So since you already have a front end thing experience, I don't think it's a very difficult task for you to learn the Solidity or any other programming language, right? It becomes very easy there as well. So cool. Yeah, I think we have this consistent question that is coming up on what is the name of the DAO that you mentioned, which provides the scholarships?
Okay, so I'll write down the name.
Yeah, if you can type that in.
I'll actually share and the most important thing is that you need to have a Twitter profile, because like you can say 99% of the opportunities which I got to know them from Twitter only. And like the Web3 community is most active on Twitter. So, and I have my friends here as well. So they'll share the Discord link to that server. So
cool. Okay, super.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, we'll take the questions in a bit. So switching gears. So now, say suppose we were talking from the technical perspective, right? Development, and then participating in hackathons. So what if someone doesn't have experience on the tech part? Okay, so what if someone is a non-tech guy who are super passionate about content writing, who are super passionate about creating something? They could be a creator there as well, right? And who are super good at community management. They might be super good at moderating the growth hacks, etc., and all that. So how can they make their first $1,000 in the Web3 world?
Yeah, so like because my background was in tech, so like I have more knowledge about it, but like non-tech things are also, you can say, because projects are coming up, and like if they, for example, what's going on right now is that you participate in a hackathon. If you feel that you can take that project ahead and like build it to be a company eventually, then because you are an initial startup, you can say, you need funding, then you need designers for you can say the presentation, and like for the UI UX part as well you need. So, and apart from that, like there are people who write blogs about Web3 content and all. So non-tech skills are also very much, for example, video editors and all. So there are many opportunities for them as well. Equal, I can say, like tech and non-tech, equal opportunities. Like there is DAO known as Super Team DAO, if you know. So that actually helps you. They have many bounties coming up, like regarding non-tech skills as well. What you need to do is that, for example, you got to know about a crypto project, and for example, I don't know anything about it, and that crypto project actually needs to make you can say, I want to know about that, but they haven't prepared a proper documentation for the people coming up. So what if you are you can write blogs, or you can write an entire roadmap for a new guest to participate in that crypto project or something like that. So you can write a whole blog sort of thing for them to make their transition easy, something like that. And there are, you can say, video editor jobs as well. So because non-tech skills are also important, because eventually if it's a startup, so all those things are also required.
Cool. Okay. So I think we did an exclusive session about the transferability of skills from Web 2 to Web 3, and then how you can start building careers in the content management side and from the community side. There is a recording on YouTube. So youtube.com/web3learn if you guys want to check it out. Let's take a couple of questions, and then we will build the conversation on top of it. Okay. So the first question. Divya is asking sort of like, how can we track upcoming hackathons? Is there any way, is there any website that you recommend?
Yeah, so like the three top websites which you can see is that first of all, ethglobal.com. Second is devpost, DEVPOST. Like I'll also try to like share all these things in a document sort of thing. So second is devpost.com, and then third is devfolio. Devfolio is an Indian, like you can say, it shares everything about the Indian start hackathons and all. Then apart from that, there are Dora hacks, then Encode hackathons are also there. So Gitcoin is also provides hackathons and stuff. So yeah, there are many opportunities for that.
Cool, super. So so the next question is like, can you please share the, okay, yeah. So whenever you are building a hackathon, right? Like, which projects did you build, and then like, how did you approach the problem statement?
So what we actually like specifically what I used to do is that uh, because if you enter a hackathon initially, you don't know about what all things are going on. So like what to use, how to use, and like what project to build. Because for example, if I don't know anything about this space, so how will I actually come to know that what to build? So what I used to do is that, for example, if you participate in an ETH Global Hackathon, you go to the prizes section, like what all are the prizes, and see what all things are the sponsors providing. For example, if you go to that prizes section and see uh, what all prizes Polygon is giving, for example. So they also share documentation for it. For example, if you want to build a project on Polygon, they share the documentation, then some basic projects, like what all can be built in this space. For example, an NFT project, or you can say a music NFT project, or a DeFi thing in that space. So, and apart from that, they also have like in YouTube, they have sessions going on regarding what all sponsors are there in that hackathon. So those sponsors, like they actually share what all can be built using their tool and all. So yeah, that's the first thing that I actually do while participating in any hackathon. You go straight to that prizes section and then see what all sponsors, because you win anything only if you integrate their tools, or like use their things in your project. So yeah, that's the thing.
That's a super great hack, guys, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, Divya is asking, what did you build in the Chainlink hackathon?
Okay, so like in that Chainlink hackathon, I built up, like there are many economies going on here, like play to earn game, and so I built a plant to earn. Like the theme of the hackathon was to make something sustainable. Like it was Gitcoin sustainable hackathon. So in that I made like plants and pillars was the name of the project. And what people can do is that they can plant trees, click photo of it, and mint an NFT out of it. So like, and also every time you mint an NFT, you participate in a lottery sort of thing. So there, like every day, what all people who would have planted trees, they will actually get incentivized. Like in that lottery, you participate, and then one of it, the participant can actually win that. So like incentivizing people to plant trees, something like that. So yeah, actually it used Chainlink VRF and then upkeepers, and also yeah, that what I built.
Okay, cool, super. So I think the next one is a very interesting and important question. So how do I get, okay, let me put it this way, right? So how to pick a right team, and then how do I convince the team members to participate in a hackathon? And I think the team dynamics is very, very important, because it's all about the
Yeah, yeah.
teamwork at the end of the day, right? So yeah, around team and team dynamics. So any thoughts around that?
So regarding that, like you can say I was fortunate enough to get a good team in the beginning in my first hackathon. Like there are people who participate in their first hackathon and win $6,000 in their first hackathon. I saw he was a non-tech guy, and like he participated in his first hackathon and won. So like it's actually subjective sometimes, because sometimes you get a very good team, like in DAO hacks. Like yeah, because I need to travel, so I can't actually give something. So like there are, in order to, like you can, there is a Discord server in every hackathon you participate. They mostly, like ETH Global has a Discord server. Apart from that also, like most of them actually have a Discord server, so you can actually uh, talk to people who all are participating in that. And so, like for example, you actually must like give something to the project. For example, you say that yeah, you can give the front end thing ready. So like you need to search people who can do the backend stuff. Then if you have a project idea, then you can present your idea. Otherwise, there are people who are already building. So like you can share what all you know. There is a channel in every server regarding find your team, find a team. So there you can write a summary sort of about you, like how you can contribute to the project, or if you know any project, then for what people are you looking. So yeah, like it's actually a subjective thing, and you need to keep going on. Like sometimes you get a good team, sometimes you don't. So yeah, that's the thing. And like I would like to share that in the second hackathon I participated, LF Grow, there like I changed the team 3 times. Like in the first team I participated, they were actually very much inactive. They were discussing things, but nothing progressive on the, like you can say, building stuff. They were only discussing everything. So then in the second team, like I was not able to understand the project idea they were having. Finally, in the third one, I actually, yeah. So there might be cases that you might not get a good team. Yeah. So and then eventually,
Yeah.
like if you, Mhm.
No, no, go ahead.
So yeah. So like if when you like keep on participating, you get in touch with a lot of people. So accordingly, like their builds, you also get to network with a lot of people. Like you can connect them with on Twitter and then LinkedIn. So if I have like further any hackathons or something is coming, then of course you can collaborate. So yeah, that's an ongoing thing. And like in each and every hackathon I participated, I got a totally different team. Only like I have a project me tag. Like the team is consistent and continuously building. That's something which rarely anyone gets in the first project. So yeah, that's the thing.
No, interesting, and it's all about the permutation and combination and finding the right team, right? It's like well, that's what even happens in a startup. You experiment, and like at one point of time, you will have a very solid, team. Super. Yeah, Ishan says, yeah, good team is really very important. Guys, if you have any further questions, please put in the chat. We will take those questions. So, so on that note, Aviral, I'd like to touch on one interesting topic. Might I think it seems like there is so much that goes inside a hackathon, but we should do a separate session on, how to hack the hackathons. That could be the title of the session. So interesting. Um, so apart from the hackathons, what other aspects are you looking at? What are the, now you have interacted with a lot of folks, as part of the hackathons. You met with lot of interesting people across the globe, etc. and all. So what are some of the other opportunities in the Web3 that people are exploring, looking at the moment? Um, so hackathons is one way. I think we are discussing deep, about that at the moment. But what are other ways that people are experimenting, looking to make money, and what are the other ways where people have made money? That you have seen.
Yeah. So like each and every project and everything. For example, if you are a non-tech guy and like you can actually uh, like video editing stuff, or you can say like producing videos and like producing posters and like all these non-tech stuff which are in demand, of course, because if any project comes up, so it needs everything apart from the code. They need a marketing team, and then so you can actually if you are active on Twitter, so you can get to know about what all is going on, and see and apply to a lot of, like for example, if somebody has come up with a new project, you can actually directly message them regarding if they need some help regarding the video, like if there are like small, you can say, like Instagram reels and all, they also come up. Like Web3 is not that much, I think, active on Instagram, but yeah, but still people need videos and all. So that's something which can be done. Apart from that, like there are like blogs. Blogs is something, if you, because that's not something which, if you give some time, you can actually write a blog. You need to have some knowledge, of course, but you can write a small paragraph or something about it, or a blog about it. So if you know that topic, so like I met many people, like they had a lots and lots of knowledge about this space and like regarding DeFi stuff. Like, so, but they are not into the tech part. So what they can do is that collaborate in that project or something. If for example, they have a lot of DeFi knowledge, like they have been into trading and all, but now looking for an internship, or for example, a full stack, full role in full time role in a project, DeFi project. So how they can enter is that they can directly write to them, or if there is a website or something, they can actually write that, yeah, I can write blogs about what all you are doing. So yeah, those are the ways. Apart from that, there is Super Team DAO, which actually uh, there are many non-tech, uh, you can say, bounties going on there. Apart from that, there are some websites, Web3 jobs, I guess. So there also you get to know about, and they pay you a lot, like, because it's in dollars. So you can say like they pay you a lot as compared to any Indian startup, or yeah, yeah, that's the thing. So regarding non-tech, like I don't know much, but yeah, these are some things which people can do: edit
No, no,
video and blogs and all.
yeah, that's totally fine. And as I said, guys, we have done like a lot of sessions. Some of them are on YouTube to talk, discussing about how to make your $1,000, in the non-tech world. Please
Yeah,
go check it out. If you're not finding, ping me and happy to assist. And one another interesting topic that we've been already focusing is on the developer relationships as a whole, right?
yeah, yeah,
Even though it is little tough to get into that space, but if you put a consistent effort, over a period of time, build your little bit of tech knowledge, build your content presence on the Twitter, and also start putting, videos, because you need to start
yeah,
creating videos and talking about that particular product. The developer relationships as a role, I think every protocol needs it, every product needs DevRels. So that's a
yeah, yeah,
very, interesting opportunity, guys. And we know a couple of developers who literally, travel almost like 200 to 50 days in a year, all across the globe,
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
attending the conferences, talking at conferences and pitching those products. So we did an interesting session also on that. Like if you want notes on that, like, please ping me as well there. We got a couple of questions, and I think I have one question. I'll keep that for a moment. So Rishil is asking, did you have any experience in freelancing? I don't know. Do you do freelancing?
no, no, like I started with hackathons and all, no freelance.
Super, super. So there is another question from Philip, from hackathons and Twitter. Have you earned money working in any other ways? I think, but this is related to the freelancing or any other projects that you have done.
uh like if you like, there are Web3 meetups, and you can say like events and all going on in every part of the country. Like in India also, like there is this Web3 Meet India. Like the first meetup I attended, it was in Delhi, not in my city, but still it was in Delhi, and I traveled to like interact with like-minded peoples to know more about this space. So I'll highly recommend to like participate in these meetups. So for example, if you are a non-tech guy as well, you need to have connections. Like if you have connections, people are building stuff, and like people are like producing something every day, like if they are into tech, or so connection is very much important. Like for example, I attended this Solana Hacker House in Bangalore. So like there were more than 400 people there. So every day talking about new opportunities. So like these are the ways how non-tech people can also get a job, or you can say get some, because freelancing websites I see, Fiverr, or you can say I actually tried them last year or something, because yeah, I wanted to do something apart from that. So it's actually tough because you create gigs there and something like that. So it's actually very much tough to be, and sometimes it seems monopolistic as well. Like there are only some people getting all the orders and all. So connections is something which you can build. Like each and every developer is developing something new in every hackathon, and if they want to, like, they need developers, and like they need people to handle these non-tech things as well. Yeah, be active on Twitter, keep interacting with people, but like do attend these meetups if anyone wants to really get into this space.
Yeah, I mean, these meetups are free, right? You're not losing anything. Just go
Yeah,
network,
exactly.
talk to people, and then understand what is happening with the ecosystem. Okay. So this is a very interesting question. As a student, how much time do you spend daily for your Web3 stuff?
Uh, so like I'm all into it like 100%. But the thing is that there are many college students, they need to complete a lot of assignments. So that's something I can relate. Like they are not able to give much time to it because, but mine is an online BSc degree by IIT Madras. So there you don't need to give that much time. Like yeah, that's important. Like exams come up and those are the things, but uh, compared to BTech degrees and like all those things, it's very much flexible as well. So you can actually drop off as well and then rejoin. So like for example, if you are very much involved in something, you can drop off for a term and then rejoin it. So yeah, that's the thing. And like yeah, I'm like 99.9% of my time goes into this.
Super, super awesome. So one question on a personal note, Aviral, is you mentioned multiple times about building a profile on Twitter, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
you got opportunities through Twitter, etc. and all. So can you give us some hacks, for the audience here on how to build an effective Twitter profile? So what are some of the do's, do nots that someone has to keep in mind to build this awesome Twitter profile?
Yeah, so like what you can do is that what I used to do, like simply follow the people who are into this space and you can get to know about them. Like for example, you are a non-tech guy, so what you can do is that go to these hackathons because you don't know anything about this space, about this web3 space, and like what all is going on here. So you if you and also if you are a non-tech guy, so what you can do is that go to in these hackathons, like for example, you go into ethglobal.com and you see what are the projects who are sponsoring these hackathons. So like they must be good projects who are sponsoring. So like you also get a list of people who are very much involved and the founders of that project, and so like the big names in that Web3 field. So go follow them. Then like I also keep on sharing stuff, so you can follow me as well. So apart from that, to get a good Twitter profile, uh, and also regarding if you want something like a job or an internship, anything in this Web3 space, so like keep tweeting about these things. Or what I used to do is that like any hackathon or something coming up, you need to build in public. Like what all you are doing, keep talking about it in Twitter as well. Like because initially I know I had 50 followers or something, now I have like approx 700, 800. So like don't people what people do is that don't follow anyone. Like they need to get more followers but don't follow. Like I follow each, like most of the people who have actually you can say connected with me or something like that. So yeah, keep following people, read more and more about this space. There are many websites and you can say uh, blogs from where you can get info about how to start in this space. So also if you are gathering, if you get to know something new, like for example a recent crypto hack like that, so keep sharing about it as well, like what all you the insights you got from it. So yeah, that's the thing.
Cool, awesome. So we'll take this one last question. I know the answer, but I'll let you, answer this. So Divya is asking which DAO is good to enter into the Web3 space for a job. To be frank, there is nothing like a good DAO or a bad DAO or a very specific DAO. It all depends on the vertical that you wanted to get into, and then find out the list of the top projects and then join their Discord channels. That's what we say. Go chill around, talk to people, attend their community events. I think every DAO and every project does community event every week or every fortnight, talking about the progress of the project, what is it that they're looking for, what is the roadmap of the particular project, and where they exactly need the help. So that is a good entry point for you to start connecting with those folks and then say, what, I have this particular skill set, but to your point, Aviral, as well, right? We've been also insisting a lot proof of work and proof of work, right? Just don't talk that, okay, hey, I'm a social media manager or I'm a graphic designer or I'm a video creator, right? So just create a 30-second, 1 minute, short video and then send it to them saying that, okay, hey, based on based on the discussion that I listened on Discord, hey, here is what I thought will be helpful for you. Let me know your thoughts. By the way, I'm a graphic designer, I'm a video editor with so much experience, I have worked with XYZ projects. So that is when you'll get the attention, because even to be frank, on a candid note, I have so many LinkedIn messages that I have to get back to. It's not that I don't want to get back to, because everyone is busy in the Web3 world. So for you to get that attention, you need to show something. If someone comes back to me saying that, okay, hey, this is how I can help, the Web3 Learn community, like I would pick up that call, rather than saying, okay, hey, this is my CV. And I was like, okay, fine, give me some time, right? That time will be never, it can never, happen. So yeah, Devrel, I think there has been a lot of discussion, guys, but we'll try to do a session. But if you need more information, ping me offline on my Discord. Might be Aviral, put in your Twitter profile. I would like guys to follow you on the Twitter. Yeah. And I put in our Web3 Learn Discord as well, guys. We are launching the Solidity cohort this weekend. It's a free cohort. If you're interested, join again, feel free to ping us for any further information. Super awesome. So there is this Aviral's Twitter, give a follow. On that note, thanks so much, Aviral. We'll do some closing remarks and we'll wrap up the session.
Yeah.
No, so any closing remarks? Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, like the perfect roadmap. There isn't any perfect roadmap, because like it all depends upon how consistent you are. Like regarding, like in my situation as well, like I saw that, yeah, I made this much in my first hackathon, and then if I don't participate, I won't get anything. Like you need to be consistent. And like what I think is that if you are into, like for example, if you are into tech as well, and like watching videos, 16-hour videos, 50-hour videos, and not actually doing something, like not creating any project, then that would actually, it is very tough to be consistent on that. So hackathons, and or you can say like be active on Twitter. These are the things which I did to be consistent, because now actually I can work on like 16 hours, 20 hours. Like I if I'm interested in anything, that's the thing. Like people ask how to be consistent, like they are lacking motivation. So if you get something, like keep on getting something positive feedback sort of thing, then you will be consistent. And if you are doing anything like giving more and more time to it anything, and then not getting anything back from it, so that actually creates like the people like for example practicing and like appearing for these JEE exams, and like 2-3 years of consistent performance and not getting results, like they lack motivation, what I used to. So now here in this space, because I'm getting some feedback, like every 15-20 days, what I'm doing, I'm getting some feedback, getting some positive reviews from people as well, people reaching out to me. These are the things which keep me consistent as well. So yeah, you need to be consistent, and in order to be consistent, you need to be keep on doing something. And that's the best thing which you said. Like if you need to be for example, if you are like you can create videos. Simply what you do is that in that give your CV if you have, but if you are a beginner, you don't have any previous experience. That's the thing. You don't have any experience. So what you can do is that simply a 30-second clip or anything regarding, if you even write blogs, share something along with your CV. And if you are a beginner, you don't have anything, simply share a small work, proof of work is very much important. So that's the thing which you can do to be like, to be apart from the crowd that is participating in that thing. So yeah.
Yeah, super awesome, Aviral. Thank you so much. And I think I would say just don't overthink, guys. Just don't overthink. Just figure out a couple of projects. Spend some time tonight itself. Don't even procrastinate. Think that I will do over the weekend. Spend some time today. In the night. And like join and then just have a feel of it, right? Once you're able to hang around on a couple of Discord channels, pick up anything, whether it is a NFT project or a metaverse project, gaming, DeFi. There are multiple DAOs. Again, if we had a list of like close to 177 DAOs along with the Discord links. If you don't have the list, again, ping us. Happy to provide. So just join them, understand what they're doing, and start. I think if you are able to chill around, as I said, like be hang around in those Discord channels, you'll figure out. And I think I'm 100% sure that's what we have seen the success of a couple of our developers and the community folks as well. They were able to get a gigs in less than a week or 10 days just because they were able to show interest. They were able to say, okay, hey, I would like to contribute and help you guys. What can we do, right? And just show proof of work. That is the starting point. That is how you build it. Okay. Super. I know we thought we will do this session for 30 minutes. Interestingly, we did it for 50. So thank you so much, Aviral. This is super awesome. One of the best sessions, and I think we have like one of the best participation as well. So guys, we will share the recording along with the notes in less than 24 hours on your email. Please keep a watch on it. And on that note, thanks so much, Aviral, and wishing you loads of success. One of the very promising stories that we have come across. We want to see more and more Avirals coming up, guys. I think India is at the cusp of transformation. The younger generation is leading the way. Yeah, we at Web3 Learner, ready to help you in any way possible to make your career in Web3 successful. So on that note, thanks once again, guys, and thanks for joining as well. Have a great evening, and we will see you soon in another exciting session. Thanks, guys. Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.